What's up? Alright, so my computer I do pretty much all my live streams from, and some video editing down here in my little work area, shop, whatever you want to call it, finally took a crap. I know like within the last couple of months or something I was having some issues. I thought it was a video card because every time I would turn on the computer it kind of looked like rain on the screen, so I just figured it was probably a video card. So I was swapping out video cards and everything kind of stayed the same. So then I was like, alright, so maybe it's just a memory problem. So I swapped out the memory with other known good memory, you know, one at a time, you know, trying to diagnose the problem. I wasn't able to figure it out and it finally just took a crap. So I'm guessing it was probably something on the motherboard, so I had to run down to my recyclers. Of course, he didn't have any other really good computers down there. Not that this one I was using was very good, but he did have an older something that it looks pretty sweet. I think it's a little older, but I went ahead and picked this up, and then I'm gonna give him some cash for this, but I figured I would show you what I got and then try to get it working. I don't know if it actually works or not, but he gave me all the stuff, so we'll figure it out, I guess. Yeah, let me show you what I got. Boom! Alright, so this is it. This case is massive. This thing is freaking huge. I've never seen a tower this big, so I was gonna measure it real quick just to let you know. It is 2 feet tall by 2 feet wide and 9 inches thick. And it is a Corsair case with a little door on the front. So yeah, this is it, and maybe a power button right here. Oh, cool, and some USB. Great. And we got one big ass fan there. Down on the lower level we have the water pump and another fan right down there. And this thing was leaking, he said, when he first got it, but just looking at it from that bottom connection, it doesn't look like it's fully on, so I'm wondering if they just drained it from right there. And then we go up to the next level, we got a little reservoir, and then the water cooling goes up to the video card, and that is a Radeon 5870. It's a 1 gig card maybe, and then it's got another water block down here. It's kind of hard to see right there, but it looks like maybe this water cooling system is called Black Freezer, and possibly the model number is EIX58NSC. And then it goes back there to the processor. This is an LGA 1366 socket. I don't know what processor is in here yet. And this is a EVGA. Now I know it's upside down, but the part number looks like 141-BL-E760-A1. And for the memory, it looks like it is G-Skill Sniper, and there's 3 sticks of 4 gigabytes each. So that's cool. And on the top here we got 3 fans with the radiator, and then of course on the top the 3 intake fans there. And the back is pretty normal, I'm guessing. Maybe that's the power switch for the water cooling, maybe, I'm not sure yet. And he also gave me a 1200 watt power supply to go along with it because there wasn't one in there. He had this one kind of squirreled away in the back apparently, but it is a thermal take, tough power, grand 1200 watt or something like that. And I guess when you power it on, I think this says thermal take also. Yeah, that's a pretty big ass power supply if you ask me. And this one also has all the little connectors and stuff on it too, although he only had just these 3 that came with it. I'm not exactly sure everything I'm gonna need quite yet, but I guess we'll find out. And then I guess I'll just have to put the power supply in there and hope it all works. Alright, so the first thing I'm gonna do is tighten up that connection on the left, and then I'll, I guess, unscrew this and pour some distilled water in there and see if it works. It sounds like a good plan. Whoa, that was my bad. Alrighty, I'm just gonna fill it that far first and see if I can get the pump to turn on and go from there, I guess. Might as well see if the power supply works, right? Yay, it does turn on. Alright, so I'm just gonna plug in one of these to see if it even turns on. I don't know what this blue wire does quite yet, so I was just gonna plug in this guy and see what happens. And it does turn on. Did you see that? I think I need more water. So far, no leaks that I've seen, at least. Alright, so as I was just kind of looking around on this thing, this little thing comes out, and I guess that's where all the hard drives hook up on the other side of this fan. And then right below that there was another little thingy like this that comes out, and this is where all the other fans, I'm guessing, attach to. So I just have to hook up a power to this one, which will hopefully take care of all the other fans. I guess if not, I could have probably always used the fans off the motherboard, I guess. And then I took the other side of the case off because it's got all of these little holes, so I just routed the fan wires behind there for now. And I also found the power wires back here, so I ran those through one of the holes and hooked those up, and then the USB cables that go up to the front also. I guess I'll have to run maybe a power wire to this one for the hard drives, and I'm probably not going to hook up the front audio and the 1394 hookup either. And maybe I'll run some other wires behind here, so that's a really cool thing. I didn't know you could do that, so that's awesome. Not really sure what this is. Oh, I guess just the back of that. Alright, so I'm just gonna hook up the power supply then, or at least get it in here and then run all the wires for it. Moment of truth. Well, power's on. I do not have a hard drive or anything like that in it quite yet. Alright, well, let's see what we got here. The date is correct. Cool. Well, I think it works. I could throw in my hard drive and see what it does. Well, it is about 24 hours later or so. I did finally get it up and running. I did run into one problem. It actually kept like freezing up and wouldn't do anything. So I don't know, I thought it was all kinds of different problems, but I tried out different memory. I tried one memory stick at a time, video card, you know, the whole thing, the little BIOS battery or whatever. And then I happened to see digital readout kind of right down here. It tells you the actual temperature of the processor. I think it's the processor. And I saw it go up to 100, and then I noticed that's when it froze. So then, of course, I should have actually checked this at the very beginning, but the screws that hold on the water block or whatever onto the processor were not, oh, I just hit a fan. We're not all the way tight, so I tightened all those up and I haven't had a problem since. So I started with a fresh install of Windows 10, and then of course you have those dreaded updates that you gotta do, so that took seriously like forever, and I was like babysitting it because I wasn't sure if it was gonna shut down. And then after like 4 hours I was like, whatever, I'm out of here, I'm going to bed. So anyway, it's the very next day after work, of course, and everything's running great. Alrighty, so I am back up and running. So what do you guys think of this older but pretty badass looking computer? I think it's pretty awesome. Actually, this is my very second water-cooled computer. So back in like 2003 or 4 time frame, I built my very first computer, and of course I had to make it water cooled at that time because, well, I'd never seen a computer water cooled before, and somebody showed me one and I was like, holy shit, I gotta do that. So yeah, my very first computer I built, which was in like 2003-4 time frame, wasn't as cool as this one. The tubes that you used back then were only like, they were tiny. They were like 3/8 lines or something. These are like huge compared to that. But I don't know. I'll do some more research on this computer just to figure out exactly all what I can do to it, or if I even need to do anything to it. And then, yeah, I guess all the live streams and computer work and video commenting and whatnot and some video editing can resume right down here. So a big thanks to my recycler Andy that I go to for pretty much everything. Thank you for having a pretty decent computer on hand, and I'll bring you some money sometime. Alright, we'll see you guys on the next one. And then, get your cat butt out of the way. So I think, and 9 inches thick. That's what she said. Thought it was, of course, like the screw fresh new in. So anyway, it is and up. And computer